That is a very Soviet looking building. So Stephen here fled to Hungary, then later onto Wallachia. Hello from Chisinau, Moldova. Moldova's capital. Population 669,000. Overall population of Moldova, just over 4 million. This is the city hall right behind me, so I'm right in the city centre here. Built in 1901 in Italian Gothic style. Right beside the city hall you have this gorgeous concert hall. Freshly painted, it looks like it was painted yesterday. So yeah, I'm just going to walk around and get a feel for the place. Sorted. Tinder's great, isn't it? She doesn't talk much, but I'd rather she didn't, to be honest. So right next to the concert hall, or the organ hall, is the National Drama Theatre. See this Andy's restaurant, formerly known as Andy's Pizza. I think the most popular restaurant chain in Moldova. So unless I find a nice Irish pub, I'll probably be going in there for dinner. So the main street here going through the city centre is called Stefan Mare Boulevard, or something like that. So there's your Ministry of Internal Affairs. The General Prosecutor's Office. It's massive. I saw a lively street back this way, so I'll walk down here, see what's happening. Saw bathing suits and bikinis. I think they build the women to fit into the bikinis. That's how it works here. Mostly old ladies. I know the old ladies still have to work, but they're out like socialising. They look happy enough. It's probably better, healthier, live a longer life. They'll get into the EU now in the next few years and they'll all just become lazy. The army boys buying their vegetables. And you see this bus here. Look at that. Look at that. You wouldn't want to be going too far on that one. Still a lot of things lasting from the Soviet days here. Here's your bus station here. I took a bus here from Bucharest. It was supposed to be 9 hours. It took 12 hours. We were at the Moldovan border for 4 hours. Apparently, as soon as we arrived there, all the computers crashed. So no one could come into Moldova or leave Moldova. You'd want to see the traffic backed up. It went so far back. And it was horrible, the sun beating down into the bus. To make matters worse, I didn't have a PCR test. The rules are changing here all the time. The last time I checked, which was about 2 days ago, it said there were no restrictions. You could come into Moldova from Romania. And when I arrived, I checked again and it said you need a PCR test. So by fixing that, so the bus driver was standing beside the officer, the immigration officer, and he said, no problem, no problem, no problem. I walked outside with him and he goes, money, 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 money. I opened my wallet, I had a €20 as well as some Romanian lei. And he took the €20 and he goes, right. He walked back in. 2 minutes later I came back with my passport stamped. So by not having the PCR test, €20 did the trick. So walking up to the Metropolitan Cathedral in this gorgeous little park here. So this is a neoclassical Orthodox church that was built in the 1830s. Looks like it's freshly painted. A lot of things around here look freshly painted, which could be to do with the new leadership. They have a female president now since last year. And she's very pro-EU. Oh, that's lovely. She's very pro-EU, so I think she's really trying to change the image of Chisinau. Give it a more European feel, a more welcoming place for tourists. Breaking away from its Soviet roots or Soviet history. Here's the Arc de Triomphe. Nice big Moldovan flag there. So the triumphal arch of Chisinau. And directly across the road from the triumphal arch, you'll see the National History Museum of Moldova. That is a very Soviet looking building. No doubt about it. I'm not too interested in the Soviet stuff, to be honest. I find the buildings very ugly. I know to come to Moldova, the Soviet history is a huge part of the culture and what Moldova is today. But as I mentioned earlier, they are definitely going towards Europe. They are going west. And they are hoping to join the EU as soon as possible. Many Moldovan people have dual citizenship with Romania. They share a common culture and history. The same language. Moldovan people also speak Russian. But one of the reasons to have the dual citizenship or to have a Romanian passport is so they can work in the EU. So there are plenty of Moldovans working around Europe with Romanian passports. I've met a few of them on the building sites back in Dublin. So Moldova is the least visited country in all of Europe, which is one of the reasons I had to come here and just see it. And I'm walking around now just to see if it's obvious why it's the least visited country in Europe. And at this moment, you'd never guess it. I mean, there's no tourists around, you can see that, but I don't see anything negative. Everything's really nice so far. It could be because of its geographics. It's really out of the way. It's so far east of Europe. Unless you were going to Ukraine and Russia, there's no real other reason to be coming to Moldova. A lot of people go as far as Bucharest or Cluj, Transylvania, and then they'd head back towards Europe. Because it is a grueling 9-hour bus journey from Bucharest. I watched a few videos of Moldova and they were pretty grim. I say videos, not documentaries, but more like vlogs, like the stuff I'm doing. And a lot of people making these vlogs, they tend to focus on the negative because the negative it gets more views, it's more interesting for people. So you kind of you show a place to look much worse than it actually is. It makes you look brave as well. Oh, look at that mad bastard going there. Look, that looks really dangerous. So they definitely go out of their way to make it look a lot worse than it is. Unfortunately, not good for the host city, is it? Poor Moldova getting a bad rep. Alright, first impressions, great so far. There's a military museum somewhere here, so I want to see that. I wonder if that's the name of the ruling party. I'll have to look that one up. Here's your war museum. Looks to be closed. Yeah, closed. I did leave it a bit late, 6:10. But with my form of travelling, it's all about speed. So I'm not really going into the museums, to be honest. I'm just walking around them. Unless if it's really enticing, if it's something I'm really interested in. Ah, here we go. You can still see some of the old cannons. I know for a lot of people the old Soviet war machines would be something fascinating, something that's very interesting, but I'm just not that into it. I mean, it's great to look at, I just don't know much about it. So this beautiful building here is the Consulate of Georgia, or the Embassy of Georgia. Very nice. As usual, I googled Irish pub near me. There's one here, the Dublin Irish pub, but it looks like it's closed. Nice green door. Bollocks! After walking all the way up here, hoping to get a pint. So on Google it says it's open. It got some good reviews, they serve Guinness. I'll find another place. Just look at the top of the building. Someone painted Hilton. A bit of humour there, I like that. Unless it actually is the Hilton, I hope it's not. So Andy's restaurants are all over Chisinau. So yeah, I might as well go in and check it out. Hope they have beer or wine. So I got the creamy chicken bread bowl. I got a bottle of Chisinau beer, local beer. It's very nice. I'll show you the menu here. It's a great menu. It's got like, it's all their salads. Here's your bread bowl. Looks better here, doesn't it? Soups. Loads of pizza. Bruschetta, all that. Chicken lasagna, pasta. See olive oil in there as well. So the chicken bread bowl was 55 Moldovan lei, which is about €2.50, and the beer was 25 Moldovan lei, which is about what, 125, about half the price. So yeah, a good deal. The food took a while, it took about half an hour to come, but it's very nice. So the food was good, but I was really hungry. Maybe don't get a bread bowl with a bit of creamy chicken in it when you're really hungry, because you're just eating mostly bread. I finished it off with a nice glass of white wine. Moldova is the wine capital of Eastern Europe, so you know, when in Rome. Look how quiet this place is. So almost finished my first impressions of Chisinau video. I think the best place to finish it is here with Stephen the Great. So I'll tell you a little bit of the history of Stephen the Great. In the 15th century, his father was the prince. His father's brother Peter conspired and had him killed. So then Stephen here fled to Hungary. Later on he fled to Wallachia or Wallachia. I'm not sure the pronunciation, but it's the old Romania today. And he hooked up with Vlad Tepes, also known as Vlad the Impaler, also known as Dracula. It's where Bram Stoker got the idea for Dracula. And so Vlad helped him out and then brought him back over here with an army. And then he got rid of your man Peter, his uncle Peter, and then became Prince here of Moldova. I probably butchered it, but that's about what happened pretty much. He was in a load of wars, loads of fights, he won them all. Maybe didn't win the last one. Very nice vibes. Chisinau. Really nice first impressions. You might have come across a British YouTuber called Bald and Bankrupt. The lads are wearing kilts. Yep. And they're not Scottish. Yeah. No.